Guess who's back? Back again. Supersonic 123, aka John is back. Back. Tell a friend. Yeah. Sorry I couldn't get a video out in the last couple of days, guys. My Xbox hasn't been working, to put it frankly. So, anyway, welcome to episode 12 of the Everton Career Mode. I don't know why I just suddenly decided to sing some Eminem there for you. Sing Eminem? Those words don't mix. Anyway. So we take on Chelsea here for the first of two games in today's episode. Chelsea being the highest scoring team in the league going into this match. And it was Chelsea who had had the first opportunity of the game, with Costa playing out to Ramirez, who finds Oscar. And Oscar's shot is saved fantastically by Tim Howard. Like, sometimes it baffles me, like, how Tim Howard saves some of the things he saves. Like, he's been such a servant for us this season so far. And then the corner gets whipped in. It's a bit of a scramble, but eventually we got it away with Deulofeu. And Chelsea coming forward again. I know Chelsea have been pretty subpar in real life recently, but that's not a problem we're having on this game. Willian, who's scored a plethora of free kicks, a slew of free kicks this season, forcing a save from Tim Howard. But from that very throw-in, as Piliqueta finds Diego Costa, who weaves this way and that, gets across the back post, and Oscar scores for Chelsea to make it Chelsea 1, Everton 0. I don't know how he got that much space at the back post, and I don't know how Tim Howard didn't do better with that. Like, I was singing his praises a minute ago. I don't know how he didn't save that. It baffles me. We come forward here with Ross Barkley, who cuts back inside into Romelu Lukaku. It's a bit of a scramble, but it's cleared away for a throw-in. So that's why it was a half-time. Chelsea 1, Everton 0, and Chelsea were on top, to be fair to them. And they got the first chance of the second half as well, with Willian working his way down the wing, chipping it in towards Diego Costa. He has the overhead kick, but it goes into the side netting. So we managed to get a rare break forward soon after that, with Morales going forward. Morales playing in James Coleman. James Coleman cuts inside. He keeps going. He has a shot, and then Lukaku, he does that. That's probably the weirdest equaliser you will ever see. It just baffles me how that went in. Seamus Coleman running down the right-hand side has a go, right? Lukaku controls it on his chest. I pressed the shoot button, and he was going in to head it in, but he ends up headbutting the post, and his control on his chest was enough to take it to the back of the net to make it Chelsea 1, Everton 1. And we got forward again later on with Deulofeu running down the right wing. Deulofeu going past a couple of men. Deulofeu going all the way. It stays in, and I thought it was doing McCarthy, sorry, but Ross Barkley forces a fantastic save from not Tim Howard. Sorry guys, I'm just not at it today. From Asmir Begovic. So the corner is whipped in. It comes out towards Seamus Coleman. Takes on the volley. He gets a second bite of the cherry, and it's blocked by Gary Cahill. So as things stood, right, we were doing quite well so far, but Ross Barkley swinging the corner in. It's come towards Morales, and Begovic with the save. We were piling on the chances in this second half, and so were Chelsea as well, to be fair. I mean, there were a lot more chances at all in the second half, and then Diego Costa forcing another brilliant save from Tim Howard. Man, like, it took but a game of two halves. It was quite dull in the first half, and then in the second it just comes full circle. So, ball gets clipped in. It's a bit of a scramble around. Oscar, only 7 minutes to go to John Terry. Hazard, to find John Terry again. Diego Costa finds Oscar, who finds Falcao. And Radamel Falcao makes it Chelsea 2, Everton 1. I was nearly in tears when this goal went in, because it was so late in the game, and it put Chelsea 2-1 up. And I just wasn't happy at all. Like, how did Falcao get so much room? How did Falcao score? Like, is that even physically possible anymore? And a couple of minutes later, I'd be angry again as James McCarthy gives away a penalty. But I'm not sure this was a penalty. You guys can decide for yourselves, but I'll show you the replay here. It was a straight red card for James McCarthy. But I don't think this was a foul, to be honest with you. I mean, he goes in two-footed, yes, but he does win clean contact with the ball on his nether regions. Hazard with the penalty. Saved by Tim Howard. But we weren't going to have enough time to have a fight back anyway, because as you see here, as soon as we win the ball back and start to get it forward, the referee blows the final whistle, and it was Chelsea 2, Everton 1. So we have some player training here ahead of our visit to Villa Park in the FA Cup, which is our second game today. And our players growing along nicely there. So for the second game of today's episode, we take on Aston Villa at Villa Park, hoping to escape with a point, or I'm just not at the races today, to be honest with you. Escape with a point, and it's an FA Cup match. GG, John. I don't know what it is. I just can't, like, I properly can't just do anything right today. But anyway, we come to Villa Park with the hopes of getting a win in this FA Cup tie. And Villa got the first chance of the game with Jordan Ayew, and he on the turn he hits wide. Then Gareth Barry gets it in, and it's scrambled away by Carlos Sanchez, but it comes to Batshuayi, and Batshuayi gets his first goal for Everton. We've wanted that to happen for a while. Gareth Barry with the in-swing corner. I don't know if this is lagging for you guys. As I'm recording this vocal, it's lagging here. I don't know. If it is, I apologise. But Michy Batshuayi with a fantastic finish. It takes a deflection, yes, but it was a good striker's instinct, and that's just what we want from our young Belgian, who's been quite disappointing since he joined the club, but he's finally scored his first goal for the club. And after that, Villa have a go with Jordan Vertu. It's forced a good save from Joel Robles. Then they come again with Idrissa Gana and Adama Traore having a go, and Funes Mori would get in the block. Villa coming forward again into Carlos Sanchez, and he just grazes the crossbar. It may not look like it hits the crossbar, but have a look here. It just about clips off the bar. Very unlucky for Carlos Sanchez not to be ahead right now. And then after that, we win a free kick here after a foul on Batshuayi by Julian Lescott, and the former Man City and West Brom centre back gets a yellow card. And Gareth Barry with the chance to double our advantage. He has a go, and it's saved by Brad Guzan. Gareth Barry was the highest free kick taker, as in the highest in terms of free kick accuracy stat in the team, and he forced Guzan to pull off a decent save there. James McCarthy then coming forward, and he forces another save out of Brad Guzan. The man was busy in this first half. Oh, wasn't he? It wasn't McCarthy. Sorry, he was suspended for this game. It was Conor McElhaney. So anyway, into the second half we go. McElhaney going down the wing again. He gets taken down, and it's a penalty. I perfectly agree that this should be a penalty. It's a yellow card for Kieran Clark, the Irish centre back. McElhaney goes down the wing. He tries to slide it in, and Kieran Clark just takes him out. So then Stephen Naismith has the chance to make it Aston Villa 0, Everton 2, and that's exactly what he does. Stephen Naismith, Aston Villa 0, Everton 2, and we looked to have one foot in the 5th round of the FA Cup. The fantastic finish by the Scot, and Remy Gard's men will be disappointed, really, that they allowed us to have so many chances, and it was quite poor defending by Kieran Clark to give away the penalty in the first place. Calm, slotted finish by Stephen Naismith, former Rangers man, sending Brad Guzan the wrong way. So straight from kick-off, Aston Villa go down the wing with Adama Traore, who a recent signing from Barcelona, no less. Vertu over to Adama Traore. We win it back with Conor McElhaney, giving it to Naismith. Naismith pushing through, penetrating, gets taken off by Sinclair. And Aston Villa come forward again. Adama Traore into Hutton. Finding Adama Traore again. As you see there, Mesut Ozil having joined Barcelona. He gets the ball in, and it's a header from Vertu that's saved by Joel Robles. I can't recall adding all that, so I don't know why. Bloody iMovie. So Carlos Sanchez out to Hutton, back to Sanchez, into Jordan Vertu. Vertu putting inside, giving it back to Carlos Sanchez, and on the second time of asking, Carlos Sanchez rifles it into the top corner to make it Aston Villa 1, Everton 2, and get his Aston Villa side back in the game, which they needed really. Aston Villa had been quite poor up to this point, and then Carlos Sanchez has just handed them a chance to get back in with a chance of reaching the 5th round of the FA Cup. Fantastic shot on the turn by the Colombian. So we go forward then, towards Stephen Naismith from Conor McNally's ball, and he hits it wide of the post. Just hits it wide of Brad Guzan's post, and still 2-1 to Everton. Not really sure when to play Naismith because he's listed as a cam, and just as I speak of that, Kozak of Aston Villa gets them a goal. A late equaliser for the Villains, and Kozak firing past Joel Robles. And as you see there, a lot of chances for Villa in the second half, but I think that we were rather on top in the first half. I think we were on top for most of that game. I'm surprised we didn't win it, but they'll take us to a replay at Goodison. So we have some player training here, and as you see, we rejected that offer for Batshuayi from Southampton, because Batshuayi's only been at the club about 5 minutes, So we look to get some players on pre-contracts, like Joel Matip of Schalke. Haven't got that much transfer budget right now. I spent most of it in the summer, so I'm looking to maybe bring in a couple of decent players on free transfers for next season. It seems to have accidentally cut this out, but I did also go in for Andre Carrillo of Sporting Lisbon. So in the next episode, we play Man City, and then we have the FA Cup replay against Villa, and then the game against Stoke. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.